OpTic, one of the 4 new teams coming into the NA LCS. This split now. I can say this split now because 2017 is officially done. No one on the team yet. No one on the team, so the roster totally up in there. But there's that pretty juicy sources rumor going on. Anytime it says sources, you know it's pretty legit. Vizicsacsi, Hylissang, and the UOL manager, Romain.
That's right.
Potentially joining OpTic. That's your 2 import slots immediately gone. If this deal does go through, which again, it is not confirmed by any means that it does, you got to feel like Chachi and Hylissang were kind of like a package deal. They're like, we're going together, or we're not going at all.
That's what it seems like. And I mean, there's a couple things that make this make a bit of sense. One is Romain being like, hey, you know, I have an opportunity of a lifetime that I just can't say no to, so I'm leaving the Unicorns of Love. Going to OpTic and kind of starting a whole new LCS team from scratch with a couple of your players seems like a pretty good opportunity, and I guarantee you he's making more cash than he would have been at with the Unicorns of Love. So that makes a bit of sense to me. And also the Unicorns signed Exile and Samix already to fresh deals. No word on Chachi and Hylissang with the Unicorns of Love. I know that they're free agents, allowed to look at different things. So this is where this OpTic rumor kind of comes out of. And based on these sources, which are completely undefined and have no idea where they came from, we'll have to see how true this deal is. But it does make some sense. And for Vizicsacsi and Hylissang to make their way over, obviously Chachi's a top laner in Europe, I would say, from last split. And then Hylissang had a rough go, but he's known as this playmaker, someone who's not afraid to pull out the weird picks and get overly aggressive at times. But I mean, it's a pretty decent starting point for a new team entering the NA LCS.
Yeah, and Chachi obviously didn't have the best summer split, spring split MVP, but yeah, he's still one of the top laners coming out of EU. And maybe they saw that UOL re-signed Exile, and they were just like, get us out.
Yeah.
Get us out. We're moving. We're moving to an entirely new country. Maybe that's what it was, but yeah, it feels like they were a package deal, and I feel like these were 2 of the main voices on the Unicorns. These are the guys who have been there since the beginning of that organization, and that's a tough loss if they do lose them. And those are some fan favorites because they've been around for so long, which, if they do leave, is just another hit to the EU LCS. Ouch.
Another hit. Yet another
one.
Especially when we were talking about Zen and Mithy potentially dipping out of there. So it's looking a little bare over in Europe. But if you're OpTic and you start with Chachi in the top lane, Hylissang in the support position, that means you need 3 NA guys to fill the rest of that roster. And I know Eric and I have a list of guys who are available, which we'll bring to you over the next weeks as we kind of try to piece together these rosters, because you can't actually sign anyone until November 21st, I believe. So it's just going to be these rumors for the next 2 weeks, which should be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So you look at some of the guys available, who's going to get in there, especially in the jungle position. You need a North American jungler, a North American mid laner, and a North American AD carry. Specifically, that mid pool is a little dark when it comes to the mid position, because you have like Keen and Pole Belter as the main guys.
Yeah, the domestic mid lane talent pool for NA is basically, it's those inflatable pools you had as a kid, man. That's how many of them there are. There's not very many.
No.
AD's not bad. Jungle's a little better than mid, but definitely mid lane is going to be rough because, yeah, Pope's going to be the most sought after, one of the most sought after mid laners heading into this, free agency period. It's not even free agency. It's just teams don't have any rosters. But yeah, if they do sign these 2, they are definitely handcuffing themselves quite a bit.
Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more esports content.